The Shadow of the Erdtree is filled with lots of secrets, hidden places to be found, as well as lots of notes, diary pages, and things like that if you just read would reveal many, many secrets. I, on the other hand, read them and then they go in my brain and immediately leave them. Well, I'm Bonfire, and here is one secret that you absolutely need to know and should have learned through reading a diary page. Now, if you're like me, you have made your way to the Abyssal Woods and found it to be a terrifying, lonely, and depressing place. Something about not having Torrent at your disposal actually makes it feel a little scarier, a little more intense, even though, again, there's not that much going on here. Eventually, though, you will find yourself face to face with these terrifying eyeball monsters. They're called Aging ones, but from here on out, we'll just call them the eyeball guys. All throughout the Abyssal Woods, you'll find little plaques on the ground that if you read them, basically say, don't fight them, don't interact with them, don't do anything, just hide. Hide from them and pray they do not see you. This leads you into a few different stealth zones, stealth missions, stealth sections of this zone, which I didn't find super invigorating or super engaging, but that's because I didn't realize the secret to this spot. I thought to myself, there's no way that they would put enemies in this game, an action RPG, that you can't actually kill or interact with. Well, they did. I ran up to them, I couldn't fight them, I couldn't kill them, the plaques were right. After successfully navigating my way through these stealth zones using the brush for cover and avoiding the plants that make a lot of noise, not being seen by the eyeball guys, you'd find signs left by all y'all that just say, "Good job, Snake. Well done, Snake." Me thinking everyone's talking about just crawling like a snake. Well, you'd be like, oh, wow, I'm dumb. They're talking about Solid Snake, the whole point of those games being stealth. Good job, Snake. However, it wasn't until I got to Mance Hall and found a torn diary page which read, "I touched him, but only once. When he thrust his staff in my face, I brushed it aside. It was then that I touched him, the Aging Untouchable." I realized maybe there was more to those enemies. Maybe you actually can kill them. So I went back, tried fighting a couple, and it did not go well. It wasn't until I actually found a sign on the ground left by someone that basically said like parry or dodge or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it said. It trickled a thought into my brain that made the torn diary page make sense about, thrusting the staff in my face. I brushed it aside. I was like, wait, what? What does that mean? Parry. Now, if you watched my Margaret the Fell Omen video from months ago, you would remember that I am not good at parrying. I am really bad at it. So what did I do? I pulled out a little dagger to parry. Well, turns out I was really bad at parrying with the dagger, way worse than I ever was with a shield. I thought it looked cooler parrying with the dagger, but the timing, I just couldn't get it right. So I swapped over to a shield to see if my thought was correct. Turns out that when the eyeball dudes come running at you and try to grab you, you can parry them and then wail on them. They die real quick, real easily. It's crazy how aggressive they can be and how pompous they can be when they think they're invincible. Well, they're not. Tarnished, you can kill these enemies. One thing to note as well is if you kill the Aging Untouchable, the eyeball guy next to the abandoned church, it will actually drop a talisman, the Aged One Exultation. It works a lot like the Lord of Rot's Exultation, where if you proc madness on someone or something, then you get increased attack power. It would be real great if the enemies in the Shadow of the Erdtree or just Elden Ring game actually took damage to madness. A lot of bosses don't take madness damage. So I see this more of a PvP trinket, if anything, the PvP talisman. But hey, test it out for yourself and see if you can make this thing work. Well, there you have it. That is how you can fight and defeat the eyeball dudes, the Aging Untouchables. I hope you were able to discover this and actually read the torn diary page and understand it, unlike me, because that would have made my life a lot easier navigating those stealth zones. Those stealth zones would have just become action zones. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe because I am always uploading new tips, tricks, secrets, boss guides, Elden rants, and many other types of Elden Ring related videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.